Hello, Farhan. How to increase free T and DHT naturally? It takes time, but you can do it faster. We know, you know what to do. Yes. So free T, the best way that I found for free T is Aphrodite. The best, easiest, fastest way. Now, why? DHT and free T are obviously hormones. Sometimes it is not possible for you to just increase something without something else decreasing, right? Because these hormones have to have homeostasis. Sometimes if you get, let's say, you're watching the World Cup and you see your team win, you're going to get a boost in testosterone. But right after the game, that boost is going to be gone, right? Now, in terms of all these different supplements out there that tell you this is for DHT boost, you're going to get a beard with this, or you're going to stop hair growth, or you're going to stop hair loss, you're going to get hair growth. I don't believe any of it, personally. If you saw in my, and I'm assuming you're talking about DHT because of hair health. In my hair health video, I already covered a lot of that stuff, so I'm not going to go into it here. But what I found for free T is Aphrodite. How do I overcome porn addiction? How long will it take? It took me 2 years. A lot of reprogramming, a lot of unlearning. Now, this is the key to unlearning a habit. You have to replace it with many new ones. Porn addiction is the worst, hardest, toughest thing to overcome. You just can't. Most people won't. I got lucky because of neuroscience. I know how to reprogram. But the way you need to do it is to replace your habit, your routine of this with 5 other things. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, how does addiction work? You have a cue or trigger, something that you hear or see that triggers you to do this addiction, this bad habit. Then you have the routine, the actual this and the actual watching. Then you have the reward, orgasm, calmness. Now you can go to sleep. One of my friends used to masturbate. I covered this in the Truth right before he went out to talk to girls, right? To relieve his anxiety and discharge. I don't recommend that at all by any means. Now, what do? The cue you cannot really do anything about unless you move, unless you're around a bunch of powerful guys or you are in a completely new environment, away from your parents, away from the city you associate with addiction. You have to get away from there. It's hard to do that, right? The reward, it's what are you going to do with the reward? You want an orgasm. That's natural. It's actually biologically programmed in you. You want to be grounded. You want to have orgasm. You have to change the routine. You have to change the actual process in the middle between trigger and reward. Now, the way I did it is I replaced my porn addiction by doing 5 other things. Now, what are they? 1, meditation. Every single morning when I wake up, I meditate. Now, it doesn't matter how you meditate. I've been meditating since I was a baby. I studied transcendental meditation when I was like 4 years old because of my religious faith, so I got really lucky. Then I've done Vipassana meditation. I've gone on a 10-day retreat. I've done Osho meditation with Elliot. But now what I do is I wake up in the morning, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, as long as I want, sometimes 3 minutes. It doesn't matter. I close my eyes and I just relax. If a thought comes in, I let it go. So that's 1, meditation. The second thing is strength training. I go to the gym and I lift. I lift weights, I do pull-ups, I do calisthenic stuff, which is just body weight exercises. I do squats, deadlifts. And a lot of my things I show on my Instagram stories, so you can see exactly what exercises I do. So that's the second thing I use to replace my porn habit. The third one is I'm very social. I'm a butterfly. I talk to everyone. I came here to this hotel. I knew Michelle, who's at the front desk. I talked to her on the phone. I remembered her name. And I knew the other guy, Sebastian. So when I went in, I was like, hey, is Michelle or Sebastian here? So the guy right away was so happy with me, was so eager to engage with me. It's like, oh, this guy knows people here. So I started engaging in very social interactions all the time, expressing myself. The fourth thing I did is I started approaching a lot of women. So not just social interaction with friends and going to parties and all that, but a lot of I see a girl at a grocery store, I go. I see a girl, now it doesn't, if you have a girlfriend or a wife, you don't have to do this. It's not just to have sex with people. It's to put yourself out of your comfort zone. That's what it helped me do. So I see a girl at some weird place, like a park with her mom and her grandmother. I go, I talk to them. And not to have sex, I'm like, hey, Your family looks really good. Now my brain is getting the process of all of these different things that I'm replacing my porn addiction with. It's getting this over and over and over. And I am using that to replace the addiction of porn because I want to get addicted to those good things. That's what you need to do. Figure out the 4 or 5 routines that you can do day to day to replace that porn routine that you have. Okay?